K97 Lunch Bunch, and it is the Scoop. We've got a couple guests in the studio, Dan Petefish and Todd McCubbin of Koozies. How you fellas doing?
Doing pretty well. How are you?
Really good.
Good. Yeah. So Koozies is a nice spot, man. I really enjoy that place.
We've had a lot of fun. It's comfortable. It's nice. The crowds have been amazing. It's kind of that place to go after, we go to Shiny Top first. I'll put in a shameless plug there, but then you can go to Koozies and hang out with Dan. And it's just been cool. It's laid back, chill. Just a great place to go.
Yeah, they recently redesigned too. I saw before you go in there and the place was falling apart years ago. The place was falling apart. One thing I really noticed now is that the bathrooms don't stink anymore. That's
a good takeaway, I suppose.
Yeah,
thank you.
That is number one. And you guys have a nice outdoor patio area there as well.
Yep, that's been there a while, and yeah, it's got the little shade structure, and yeah, that nice back outside space. You can go back there. A lot of people just go back there and chill and hang out. And I'll go in sometimes, and it's like the whole bar's empty, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, they're all on the patio." You just gotta walk the whole bar before you decide if there's anybody there.
Yeah, we got some nice lighting out there too, low soft lighting, so nighttime is pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah, and it's a perfect time of year for it too.
Yeah, very much so.
And even when it gets to winter, you got that coverage, so people want to step out and catch some fresh air.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. So what are we here to talk about? You guys have bike night tomorrow night, right?
Yes, tomorrow night we have a pre-registration event. August 26th, we actually have our Lotus Project poker run. And that's a big thing. That's on a Saturday. But tomorrow we're going to do a pre-registration event for that. We're going to go try it pretty big for it. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to have food available. We're going to have the Tank Anthony band playing outside. We actually have a special guest that is going to be there. Jeremy Ober is going to jump on stage with the Tank Anthony band, and it's going to be a good time.
Wow. That guy can wail, dude.
Yeah, those two
good.
bands together, having Tank and Jeremy and all the boys up there on the same stage, is going to be a lot of fun. We're pretty excited for it. So
yeah, that's definitely something like local music legends right there, all on one stage. That's awesome.
What is the Lotus Project?
The Lotus Project is a women's shelter here in town. Started a few years back. They just been building, and it's actually the women in the Wind Voodoo Dolls are hosting the poker run, and we were fortunate enough that they wanted to do it at Koozies. So we've been hosting a couple bike nights since then. Try to get a few pre-registration events, and this is our last big push before the actual poker run. But this is going to go to help benefit them in all of their venture, all the registration, everything that goes towards the August 26th event. It's all going to go for them and help support all the projects that they have, whether it's the rehabilitation or the helping people kind of get back on their feet and that sort of thing. So
that's awesome. We'll talk a little bit more about that run here shortly, and a few more shameless plugs for Shiny Top as well, Todd.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's K97 Lunch Bunch. Swindell and drink a bye. Talking with Dan Petefish and Todd McCubbin of Koozies. Ride coming up the 26th of August, Saturday, correct?
Yep.
All for Lotus. It's a very good cause. So how did you guys get hooked up with Lotus and putting this run on?
Amanda called me and said, "Hey, we are doing this fun run again this year, and on our opening party, we shut down the street. We had a band, we had a stage out there, we had all this stuff." And she goes, "You can really do all this?" And I'm like, "Yep." And she goes, "Would you do the Lotus fun run for us? We'll start here, end here, and do all that." And I'm like, "That would be really cool. We'd love to do that." And then we thought, if we're going to do that, let's practice and do a kind of a bike night once a month just to see how it goes. So we've been doing a bike night once a month, and they've been a ton of fun. Even a couple of times it was a little rainy and we still had bikes there. It was the one was crappy weather and bikes still showed up. So it was cool.
Weather gear out and everything. Everybody just
toughed it out. They're bikers.
Yeah, that time of year. Yeah. Yeah, you know something about tough bikers, don't you, Todd? I saw you at the Bay Freedom Rally.
That's right. I was there.
Yeah. We won't. Never mind. What
happens at the rally
happens at
stays
a
at
base
the rally.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you been up there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've seen enough videos to know it needs to stay there.
Hey, Todd, you've been doing a lot around the community for a whole lot of time. Petefish here, he's kind of new to your team. And I want to ask you, Petefish, what have you learned from Todd? And now this being your first go around since you just started up at the beginning of summer with koozies?
Ooh, that's deep.
Hank with
I
the
mean-
hard-hitting questions.
Sorry.
There's no failing. There's only just doing better. I mean, that's a lesson that's kind of keeps going. The more we kind of get into koozies as far as owning a bar and getting events and that sort of thing, and just doing bunch of stuff that just kind of a little bit out of the comfort zone, but also kind of fits right in with us. Just expanding. Don't be afraid to just try stuff you're just not good at until you're good at it.
And Todd, why is it important for you to give back to the community?
I've gotten so much from this community over the years. I grew up here. I tell this story once in a while, but I moved here in second grade. My second grade teacher was Delpha Holtzman. And I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Delpha, but she is an amazing teacher. And I went from a community where my ADD just made me stupid to having her as a teacher. And she actually cared about me and took the time to make me successful. I mean, I almost failed first grade when I left that other city. And then I got here and somebody actually cared about me and cared about what I did. And all of a sudden it's like, okay, I can make a difference and I can make this community better. And then when I had the opportunity to actually do something big and start Frenzy and start all the other stuff we did to give back to this community, it was just super important that I did that and that I could actually make a difference to make I always say make Fort Dodge a better place to live, work, and play. And that's what I've done for the last almost 11 years.
Well, speaking of Fort Frenzy, man, you guys have great events out there too. Just that Comic-Con this past weekend.
Isn't that fun?
Oh man.
Yeah.
All those costumes. Like I didn't dress up, but
I almost put on my Star Trek outfit. But
You should have.
I'll wear it next time.
Yeah,
oh, there you go, man.
it is awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things you guys are doing in the community. That Shiny Top Pizza, that's definitely one of them too.
A little feather in the hat is I was on the Iowa Tourism Board website the other day, and they had Shiny Top Pizza as the 12th best pizza in the state, which I didn't even know we applied for. But all of a sudden, I see it on there, and I'm like, that's pretty good for not even putting in an application or anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I see it number 12 in the state. It happened to be there, and I'm like, this is cool.
You know, I've always touted Casey's as the best pizza, but I think you guys might have them beat.
I love Casey's consistency because I don't feel like whether I'm in Dubuque or Fort Dodge or Humboldt or wherever else, it's always really, really, really similar. And Shiny Top is really, really unique. And I've had people somewhat complain, not really complain, but complain that they'll go 1 week and, it's this, and then they'll come back a week later and it's just a little different. And they go, what's different? And I go, well, secret is we put beer in the dough. And it's always a different beer. So
What, really?
yeah, it's always kind of like, what do we have extra of or whatever. And
That's
so,
awesome.
yeah, it's always a different beer in the dough. So sometimes it'll give it, if you use an IPA or something a little darker, it'll give her a certain darker flavor. And if you use something light, like a wheat beer, it gives it a different kind of texture feel and that stuff. So it's always just a little bit different. And I think the non-consistency is what makes it feel local and fresh and new every time you're there.
All right. So Dan, getting back to koozies, what do you like about working there and bartending?
Not working for other people. No. no. Koozies is incredible. We've had a lot of really cool, just kind of developments throughout the last few months. A different crowd. It's kind of you never know who you're going to see when you walk in there. So that's a really cool thing. I really like that. But then we also have a lot of regulars who've kind of made it home, especially on the weekends. We kind of get the same sort of crowd that comes in there a little bit for the most part. But we put out some specials and some stuff like that, and it's drawn in different people, and we're really excited about those sort of things that we're doing, like our civil servant discount. So that's a big thing, and it's kind of brought in a different aspect of the community that has stopped by just to check it out. And a few people have really liked it, so they keep coming back, and I think that's going to draw in more of a crowd in that aspect as well. So that's a lot of fun. But opening at 3 p.m, that's nice. I don't have to worry about mornings. No, that's a lot of fun. No, there's a lot of cool things. It's just having an environment to be yourself and to be free. And whether you want to have a bush light or you want to have a old fashioned, I mean, we kind of do a little bit of everything. So
He makes a really good Bloody Mary too, Mason. Just in case you want to know.
Yeah,
That's my go-to there.
Yeah.
You know how I like my bloodies.
I know there's a lot of bartenders that might be listening to this. I'll take that challenge anytime you want. Swing by.
Ooh, all right, the gauntlet's thrown down.
Good to know you listening because you wanted to do this.
K97 Lunch Bunch in the studio with Dan Petefish and Todd McCubbin of Koozies. Koozies has karaoke tonight, don't they?
Yes, we do.
You guys are always up to something there.
We try to be. Yeah, every Wednesday night we actually have karaoke. Pretty good turnout. Some really good singers show up. Some singers who just like to sing also show up. So don't be me. It's literally for everyone. Stop by. If you don't believe it, stop by, listen, you'll know.
Yeah,
It's for everyone.
That's cool, man. Yeah. And that's good that you're not like one of those, hey, don't go up there. You know?
Oh yeah, no, not in the slightest. If you want to sing and you like singing, it takes more courage to get it. I ain't getting up there. So it takes more courage to get up there, whether you're good or bad or great or not.
You're providing some of that courage for them too, in the form of liquid.
Liquid courage is the best kind of courage.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, let's talk again about tomorrow night. Tank Anthony Band will be there, and Jeremy Ober as well will be joining them.
Correct. Yeah. So Tank Anthony Band, they're going to be there, and then they're coming off a big week last week too. So they opened up for Hardy and Ernest on Thursday, and then they had shows all weekend long. They got a little bit of rest, so they're itching to get back to it. They haven't had a show in a couple days, so it's going to be a good one. And then Jeremy, he was available. He's in town, and they're all. I mean, the music scene around here, they're all friends.
Yeah.
So Jeremy's going to jump up, and they're going to all rock out together, and that's. You don't see that too often with those guys because they're all pretty much headliners. So it's for their own their own acts and that sort of thing. So it's we're pretty excited to have both of them.
Yeah. How was Guthrie River Ruckus, by the way?
That was incredible.
Yeah.
It was such a good time, and the boys did such a good job opening up. And they kicked off the weekend. They were the first night, and they were the first act. They ended up taking a little bit extra time that night. And they put on quite the show. So it was a really good time.
Scott Kirkhart was supposed to play that.
Yes.
And I hear he is progressing. If you follow Scott Kirkhart music online.
Yeah, he had a smiling selfie on his Snapchat the other day. Said he was sitting up. So that's big news. So shout out to Scott.
Hopefully his surgery went well today.
Yes.
Oh, that was happening today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's definitely been in our thoughts here.
Yeah.
I think all of ours here, the Lunch Bunch. He was the very first live Tune at Noon we had in here.
Yeah.
Starting a segment, local musician. I'm like, all right, I'm calling the guy I know best that'll hammer it. And he sure did.
And he co-hosted with Hank that one time too here. That was pretty good.
Oh, that was with me.
That was with you. Damn.
Yeah.
You guys sounded good.
Yeah. No, I had all this prep ready to go, and then it turned into us just kind of, shooting the breeze.
Absolutely.
As they say. So Lotus Run again, August 26th, and that event tomorrow night is a pre-sign up for it, right?
correct. Yeah. The Women in the Wind Voodoo Dolls are going to be there. They're the ones hosting the actual event itself. And we're hosting them while they do it. So they're going to be there. If you want to sign up for that, just find one of them. They'll be around everywhere, I'm sure. So stop on out. That's 6 to 9. 6 to 9, Tank Anthony Band and Jeremy's going to be playing. And then a lot of people want to stay and have a good time after. So we actually got a DJ to follow. Sean Beebe, BB's Beats, the same guy who does our karaoke every Wednesday night. He's going to stick around for tomorrow, and we're going to have an all-request DJ inside, and we're just going to keep the party going. So if you want to turn up on a Thursday, we got the spot for you.
Yeah.
How much is registration for this run?
I believe it is 20 for a single rider and 25 for a couple.
Okay.
So if you're riding together on the same bike, it's only $5 more to add an additional rider. So it's a really good event for people to stop out if you are riding with somebody else, to just kind of go have some fun. And they keep it very cost effective. So keep it very reasonable that way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it's again for a great cause, Lotus, women's shelter, and they take care of the women and the kids. I believe take them in, and outside of town, they're out in the country. So I mean, like kids get the fresh air running around. It's a pretty nice spot that they have out there. Back to Koozies, Todd, have you tried the Bloody Marys there at Koozies yet?
I have.
Yeah, what do you think?
They're good.
Yeah,
he does a good job.
Just good.
Just good.
Just good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Can you do better?
I'm going to take that person.
solid 9, 8.
Off air, you were
Out of
talking
12.
that you
I'm
weren't
kidding.
you never used to be a Bloody Mary fan.
Oh
so-
no, I could drink them for years. I just didn't like tomato juice. I didn't like the whole thought of it. And then actually Shiny Top, Nate made one at Shiny Top and he goes, try this mix. It's really, really good. And I hate Bloody Marys. I'm not drinking that. And he gave me to him. He said, just drink it. He pretty much put a gun to my head, but not really. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And I'm like, well, that's not so bad. And then I had 3 more. I'm like, these are pretty good.
They're real good.
Still can't drink a bad Bloody Mary. So if you go somewhere and you get the one and you're like, this is just bad, I'll just let it sit there. Anything that just comes out of a bottle, normally I'm just like, this is terrible.
We'll swing
But-
by after work today, and you can make some, and Petefish can make some. We'll be the judge of who's better.
Well, let's get her done.
Yeah.
I'll tell Nate.
I might have to try some of that like, I mean, on top of the beer that you guys make at Shiny Top, you have like some top-notch bourbons and whatnot
We
there
do.
too.
Yeah, we have Johnny Walker Blue if you don't get to try the good stuff.
Ooh,
McAllen 18. It's a little pricey, so ask Nate how much it is before you get it, but it's like $50 a glass.
Oh yeah, no.
But it's stuff that, you know, if you buy it, you don't want to open it if it's at home, but we have it there and we open it. And we do have some Blanton's Gold, and Nate did open it. So
Oh.
if you want to try something really, really, it's probably be gone now that I said it on the radio, but ask Nate
it's-
about it.
it's
There's a
hard to
bottle of it
find.
there. That's one of those highly allocated ones
Yeah,
that
we had to go hunting for that one.
we had a
And here I am, just
private
interested-
investigator here.
Interested in
Dan.
Bloody Marys.
Oh no, all the high-end whiskeys, I enjoy those myself.
I know
but,
you do, but
yeah, again, it is like kind of a every now and then thing. Otherwise, I'm just a Jack on the rocks kind of guy.
yeah.
And you hate buying the bottle because you're not going to open it to have one glass every 6 months.
Yeah,
You want to just come have it where we go through it, and I think
Yeah.
we're on like our 5th bottle of McAllen 18.
Wow.
It's fresh.
that does sound good. I believe I know where I'm going after work today. Let's dip out early.
Cocktails.
Let's dip out early.
Right about
Well,
12.
we got the owners here, so we can leave.
What are you doing now?
with that?
I'm
See?
kidding.
Yeah,
I got a key.
Perfect. Look at this. We're
You
off
know,
at 1.
we should have asked you to bring it in beforehand. No, Old Man Burns would have our hides.
He said we
He's
could
invited.
have it off premises, so we wouldn't be at work if we go on lunch break.
All right. Yeah, I like that. I like
Sorry,
that.
Jed.
Yeah,
It's Old Man Burns.
Old man Burns.
yeah.
I won't call you that.
That crusty old crank. No. Hey, we'll be chatting one more time again here with Todd and Dan from Koozies about the Lotus Run happening again last Saturday of the month, the 26th. So save that date. It's K97 Lunch Bunch.
To push that early registration, so make sure you come down and register so you can get that reduced price, save $15.
What time is kickstand for this on the 26th?
Stands up at 11 o'clock.
All right.
11 o'clock. Yeah. So plenty of time to hit those stops along the
Yeah.
way.
You're going to Barnum, Rutland, Laverne, of course, Stumpy's and Duncombe, and back to Fort Dodge.
Stumpies. Yeah.
I like the junkyard in Barnum.
I like.
Ashton takes care of us over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Tuesday open jams. I do that.
Open
yeah.
jam
Pretty
nights.
cool
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, another spot that supports the local music, as both you guys have. I know Shiny Top does. You guys do live music there. You got a
Every
nice-
Thursday.
Every
This
Thursday.
week, Thursday and Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you got Jared Benson Saturday.
Jared
don't you?
Benson
That's gonna be a
Saturday.
heck of
Yeah.
a show too.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they got that bike run downtown from Meg Vichy. They're doing that
Yeah.
that bike run, and it's over at 7. So 7:30, we're going to do live music, and
Nice.
he'll be busy. It'll be a fun night downtown on Saturday. So
Awesome.
see the end of the race. Get there 6:30, watch the end of the race, and then bar hop like it's the 90s.
Yeah.
I miss that. I really do. And I think it is great that you are so close to each other that, I mean, that's what it's all about. There's other spots around there too, so I mean, you can get out.
You get to go Boston. There's a new one opening where Crickets was. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
gonna get back to the point where you can kind of go. Won't that be fun? I can't wait.
And the Larimar just opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just right around the corner for us. So if you're at an event there, stop on after. We'll take care of you.
I think that'd be
McCubbin, that's what we should do, a bar crawl.
Let's do it.
Let's
Just
ho- yeah.
Like a little
on a
crawl,
tricycle.
though.
Let's all get tricycles and ride from bar to bar.
Deal.
yeah, we definitely got some
I'm just gonna
plans
walk.
to make.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk.
It's just a bigger trike.
Well, fellas, thanks so much for coming in. This has been a blast hanging out with you guys. Always great to see you. Check out Koozies online. Check out Shiny Top online. Go out to Fort Frenzy for a date night, some mini golf.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I
Some,
hear they got Godfathers out there too now. So
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
good.
that's right. Yeah, let's have a pizza off. Let's do
Let's do it.
between Godfathers and Shiny, Top.
Ooh,
We got
Yeah.
Pasquale's Frozen. So
Frozen Pasquale's.
Hey, that has saved me a time or two.
Oh
yeah, that's actually
I think I
That's
lived
a
on that
real
after I
thing.
got divorced.
yeah.
Speaking of saving you, that's funny because on the weekend nights we thought the same thing, but we're so busy we can't hardly make pizza. We actually have a taco truck every Friday and Saturday night sitting outside the bar. So
What?
every Friday and Saturday from 10 to close, we got taco trucks sitting outside Koozie. So if you ever need something to eat before you ride home,
Awesome.
swing on by.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed when I heard that Koozie's ownership was changing hands, and then finding out it's going into your guys' hands.
We were even more scared when it was Petefish.
No,
I don't
lie.
blame you. Yeah, not at all.
seriously. I mean, like, no, I think you guys are doing a fantastic job with it, and yeah, keep up the good work, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.